Hello everyone, thank you for joining on this Ichimoku live stream or KTS live stream. Thank you for joining. This is the 21st of March on Sunday. So every Sundays I cover the Forex pairs and commodities and also indexes. And finally, we will review what will be important news for next week. So hopefully you enjoy this live stream until the end. So let's see. As usual, as always, there's a beautiful sunset in Dubai right now at this time, so I enjoy this at the same time. Okay, Kayon, thank you for joining. And Florian, thank you for joining for this Ichimoku membership. Thank you, Florian. So make sure you join the Discord by coming to this Ichimoku community website and scroll down a little bit. Then you can find the link to join the Ichimoku Discord. And once you click this one, then there's a new pop-up and you find this accept invite. Then you can always join this Ichimoku community. So I hope to see you in the Ichimoku community in Discord. So once again, Florian, Aman, thank you for joining and stay gold. Alright, and Karim, thank you for joining too. Good to see you here again. Happy New Year. Happy New Spring time, everyone. Thank you for joining. Wish you all the best and much more prosperities in your new life in Dubai. Thank you for the words. Thank you. Bye. It's been a very enjoyable stay so far. I've been here for 2 weeks now and it's been so good. The weather is nice, the food's nice, people are very nice. Everything's good here. Alright, let's see. Asif, thank you for joining. Good to see you again here in the live stream. And Ruslan, thank you for joining too. Happy Sunday. Ruslan, you just finished reading the Ichimoku Basic Masterbook. Congratulations. So you can take quizzes and move on to Ichimoku Basic Theories book to read. Hello Darrell, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. And Cassia too, good to see you here too. Alright, Christopher, Orania, Blackwater, and James, CG21, Well, and Roy, Barnes, Tam, thank you for joining. Mikidomo, good to see you again. Thank you for joining. Greg, Dondon, and Golam, H. Bashard, Sanjay, Brighton, and everybody else. Thank you for joining here. So let's get started. So first I will cover these pairs on the weekly charts and see which one is trending so that we can expect which one will be also trending in lower time frames. So every weekend and every Monday I check the weekly charts, and that's because the candlestick closes every week. So if we see the candlestick close, then that means we can see the candlestick pattern, whether it's going to be engulfing, outside bar, inside bar, or we might some breakout on this weekly chart, which is quite important to capture the bigger picture of the market. And also if you see the Ichimoku 5 lines on weekly chart every weekend and every Monday, you can have a bigger picture also. And that's why I focus on these weekly charts, on this weekly analysis on every Sunday. So let's start from this euro dollar. Euro dollar weekly chart is now flat ranging. The price is now below the Kijun Sen, Kumo flat, and Chikou span is too close to the candles. So this is no trend, no trade. It's ranging. But one thing is that I can see that there is an engulfing bar, or almost like two consecutive like doji candlesticks over here. So once it breaks, it can go down sharply. So if the market breaks the previous low at 1.1834 level, then it can come back to the Kumo here. So we'll see if it happens or not. looks like the market broke the P wave downwards, and now this looks to be bearish overall. But on the daily chart, forward chart, there's no trend last week, so no trades for me unless I see the next trend on these lower time frames. So Euro Aussie here, this is also bearish. We have the huge Kumo trending down, but Kijun Sen flat at the moment, and Tenkan Sen also flat. So this is ranging now. The market was supported by the previous support level, this 1.528 level, and Chikou span below the candle, so this is bearish. But at the moment this is ranging, so the price might come back to the Tenkan Sen or Kijun Sen. So unless it breaks downwards, I will just wait for the next trend to come on the lower time frames. And in terms of these candlesticks, there is also engulfings here. The candlesticks of the week 22nd February, the high and low are engulfing the future 3 candles on this weekly chart, so that once it breaks, it can go very fast. And that will be a great sell chance if it happens next week. So that's what I'm waiting for on this Euro Aussie weekly chart. Alright, thank you for joining everyone. I see traders keep coming in on this live stream. Thank you for joining. So James, Krish, Alexandre, Tommy Lee, thank you for joining. Orania once again, good to see you here. When there is a retracement, how do you know when to buy the next dip? Retracement, you wait for the next dip to come, and that might be the support resistance by the trend line or these Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen. Then you know when to enter the market. Alright, Sarin, Antipas, Iron, Jagadish, Alessandro, Chloe, and Temple, and Anne, thank you for joining everybody. Good to see you here. Alright, Mikidomo says dollar JPY is trending in the daily chart and gold in daily chart. And oil, I will talk about it too. So first, let me cover all these Forex pairs that I watch. So Euro Pound next. In this weekly chart, Euro Pound is downtrending. We have the this Kumo downtrending, and also Kijun Sen down, and also Chikou span below the candles. So in this condition, I expect the market to break the previous low, which is at 0.583 level. And when it happens, that would be a great sell chance. And in fact, last week was the doji candlestick. So here you can find the doji candle last week. Doji means at the same time in Japanese. So do means the same, and time means do means the same, and ji means the time in Japanese. So doji directly translates as at the same time in Japanese. So what is at the same time is that the start price and close price is exactly at the same level. At the same time, at the same level, the start price and close price of this candlestick is exactly at the same price level. And this is doji candlestick. And also you will find the wicks pointing up and downwards. And this is a typical doji candlestick from the textbook. So when you see doji candle like this in whatever time frames, then basically you have to wait for the breakout in the future. So in this case, I expect the market to break downwards like this. I think the next weekly candlestick close would become down below this previous doji, and that is because we have the Kumo down, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen down, and Chikou span below the candles. But once it breaks upwards, then I won't do anything, because it might become fake retracement and the market might continue to go downwards this way. So I expect the market to break the previous low, which is at 0.583 level, and once it happens, I think it's gonna go very fast. So that's what I expect to happen next week. Hold on, let me enlarge my face. I think this is a bit small. Okay, there you go. So every time you have to look at these candlestick patterns too. In weekly chart, daily chart, or forward chart, no, whichever time frames you look at, you always have to look at these candlestick patterns too. Alright, yeah, pound JPY, I will talk about it soon. It's over here. It's on the waiting list right now. Okay, so number 9, thank you for joining as well. And Modern, thank you for joining too. Good to see you. Okay, so let's go to the next one, Euro JP. Euro JP weekly chart shows uptrending. We have Kumo up, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. So this is a strong bullish indication. And just to make sure that if there's no previous high, and it looks like there is none, the next high will be at 133.11 level. So until then, I expect the market to go up along the way. And also, as per daily chart on this Euro JPY, this is also uptrending in a daily chart like this. And I find that the market has been supported by this trend line. So next Monday, if it's still supported by the trend line, and I expect the market to go up continuously like this to that next target level, which is once again at 133.11 level. So we'll see if it happens. But once the market breaks the trend line and breaks the Kijun-sen, then no trades. No trades at that moment. Okay, so let's go to EuroCAD. EuroCAD weekly chart is now downtrending. We have Kumo down, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen down, and Chikou span below the candles. So it can go down continuously. But we have a little, like a pin bar, looking like the candlestick right now, last week. So it might be supported and go down, go upwards this way. In that case, you better do nothing. So next week, if there's a breakout of the week low on this 1.479 level, then that will be a sell chance. And that's what I will be expecting to happen next week. So let's move on to Euro Swiss franc. In weekly chart is flat. We have Kumo flat, Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen flat, and Chikou span above the candles. So this is bullish, but this is flat ranging. So the price might come back to Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen, and then it may go up afterwards. So now it's retracing, it's ranging, so no trades at the moment. And dollar JPY, this is becoming uptrending now. In daily chart, this is uptrending. So I will continue to follow the daily uptrend. But as per weekly chart, we have the doji candlestick from last week, and also you see uptrend on this one, and you see Kijun-sen, Tenkan-sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. So you might think that this is uptrending, and you might think that this continues to go up this way. But for me, I don't think so, because the Kumo is still bearish. This light gray is bearish Kumo and dark gray is bullish Kumo. And now this is still bearish Kumo for me. So unless we have the Kumo twist bullish and also Kijun-sen above the Kumo here, this uptrend is not still trustable. So it might become downtrending afterwards next week. So we have to watch out. And as per daily chart, we have consecutive doji candles from last week. This is very dangerous to touch. This is like the fishbone type of market, where a market continues to be in a range and the wicks pointing up and downwards. This is fishbone. So if you be in a trade, you might stop out many times along the way. So you better wait until the market breaks the previous high at 109.35 level is my expectation. So let's move on to Data Swiss franc is flat ranging daily chart, and on the weekly chart this is also flat ranging. The price is now into the Kumo here, and we have two consecutive doji candles in the Kumo, and Chikou span touching with the candles too, so no trace. And Data Cat, this is downtrending, so I will continue to look for the sell chance next week onwards. And just briefly touching on the daily chart, it's flat Kumo, flat Kijun Sen now, so it's consolidating. So I will wait for the next downtrend to come and look for the tail chance afterwards. And moving on to pound pairs, pound USD. On the weekly chart, it's range. Kumo flat, or Kumo, slightly moving up, B and A, but Kijun Sen is flat. So this is bullish, but this is flat ranging. So the price may come back to Kijun Sen in this case. So better not to stick to this weekly chart on this particular pair. And also the daily chart is also ranging. Daily chart is also ranging P wave, so better to avoid taking trades at the moment. So pound JPY. Pound JPY weekly chart is a strong uptrend. So now we have Kumo up, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. So this is a strong uptrend indication. And so I think the market keeps going up next week. But I think next last Thursday, Friday, it was retracing. So now this is in Y wave structure. The market is in Y wave, and this might become a downtrend afterwards. Let me just delete all these lines for now. So this is in Y wave on the daily chart. So the price might go down to the Kijun Sen because we have Kijun Sen flatness here. So I will be in the trade after the market breaks the previous high at this 152.54, and then look for buy chance in lower time frames. So that's my analysis on this pound JPY next week. Usually when I see the Y wave like this in a daily chart or any time frames, I avoid taking trades because this is very difficult to expect which way it's going. I like P wave, but I don't like Y wave because it's so volatile and so many fake outs along the way. Alright Barnes, thank you for joining. Thank you for pressing the like button. Smash that like button to force YouTube algorithm to put the video on top. Oh, so thank you for the words. Yeah, if you liked today's live stream, please press the good button so that it keeps me going. That would be great. Okay, and Eddie and Ryder, thank you for joining. And Beetle, good to see you too. And Milland, Barnes, everybody, thank you for joining. Good to see you. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Another pound pair, pound Aussie here. So pound Aussie, weekly chart is flat ranging. This is another type of fishbone, like many wicks pointing up and downwards, and we have range market. The Kumo is flat, Senko span A's up, B's down. This is divergence of the Kumo, so you don't want to take trades in this condition. The Kijun Sen flat also, and Chikou span touching with the candles, so this is ranging. So we better avoid spending time on this particular market. So next one is the pound CAD is also ranging on the weekly chart. The Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, so no trend, no trades. And Aussie dollar too, this is also flat ranging. We have Kumo uptrending bullish and Senko span B up, but Senko span A is flat and Kijun Sen flat at the moment. And Chikou span above the candles, so this is bullish, but for now direction is flat. So the price might come back to the Kijun Sen, so this is not the good timing to buy either on this one. And moving on to Aussie CAD, this is also ranging on the weekly chart because we have Kumo flatness also, and there is a divergence between Senko span B and A and Kijun Sen flat, so this is range, no trend. We have Doji candle from last week, so it might break up above or below, and we don't know which way it's going because this is ranging. So I don't think I will check this pair next week. Okay, and moving on to Aussie JPY, this is uptrend. We have the Kumo up, Kijun Sen Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. So this is bullish. However, we had the pin bar or the very tiny body and wick pointing upwards, and this can be the sign of reversal. So we might have a head and shoulders next week, and the market might come down like this. So to get to the point, I will wait for the market to break the previous high at this 85.40 level, and then look for buy chance, or the market might break the next round number of 86 and continue to go up like this. So that's what I will be waiting for on this Aussie JPY. Yeah, so this is uptrending, so I expect the market to go up continuously. So, but because I see this wick, long wick pointing upwards, I just wait for the breakout and then make sure that this is bullish continuously. So next one is Aussie Swiss franc. This is also flat ranging. We have the Kumo is up, but Kijun Sen flat. So this is ranging in the P wave structure. This one, let me look at the daily chart. And we have a P wave structure over here. But I think the P wave can be broken upwards because I have on the daily chart, we have the Kumo up, Kijun Sen Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span still above the candles. So I expect the market to break upwards, and if it happens, I will look for the buy chance along the way. Okay, thank you for joining everyone. Tommy says, do you take entry without a front runner size, small size, instead of 2%? No, I only risk 2% of my trades to the stop loss. I risk 2% as always. Alright, here to hi, thank you for joining. And Elio, good to see you. And stay gold too. Yeah, I use the word stay gold because everybody have life, and everybody's life have to be shine like a gold. So that's why I say stay gold every time. Yeah. Hello Danish, thank you for joining from UK. Good to see you here, as always. And Thanan, thank you for joining too. Alright Barnes, I always stay on gold. Yep, okay. Thank you for joining. And I will cover gold. I will cover XAU USD too later. So you can always enjoy my analysis on this Sunday forecast. Alright, good to see you everyone. Alright, so let's move on to the next one is the CAD JPY in the weekly chart. CAD JPY on the weekly chart is now also uptrending because we have Kumo up, Kijun Sen Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. So this is a nice uptrend. So, and also in terms of the next previous high, it's over here at this 89.25, and I think we have enough room to take trades to buy from the current price level. So this is good. We have we have about like 180 pips or 190 pips of room to take trades. So it's good to know. So let's move on to pound Swiss franc. Okay, pound Swiss franc weekly chart is also uptrending. So I see Kumo up, also Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. So this is bullish, and I expect the market to break the previous high of this 1.296 level, or the next round number of 1.3. I expect the market to break next week. And then Swiss franc JPY is ranging on the weekly chart, and also daily chart is ranging too. So it's not really worth to look at in this case. Okay, so that covers the whole pairs on my watch list. And I don't take trades on the New Zealand pairs, and that is because New Zealand pairs, the lower time frames are volatile, especially like the 5 and 50-minute charts. It becomes volatile. It goes up and down, and it doesn't go well with my strategy well, based on my experience, and that's why I don't watch the New Zealand pairs. And Swiss franc too. Swiss franc sometimes have, spiky markets on lower time frames, so I tend to avoid taking trades on these Swiss franc pairs. But if I see some strong trend on Swiss franc pairs, then I take it, but that will be less priority for me. I prefer to focus on the Euro, USD, and Pound, JPY, and Aussie, and CAD pairs. Alright, Kayum, thank you for the reminder as always too. For the like button. Thank you. Oh yeah, okay. Elan, thank you for joining too. Good to see you, Tony. Stay gold. Yep. Let's see. Kumo is formed as future line as per the current price movement, so more the movement in particular trend, thicker the Kumo keeps getting. That's true. But usually what I see is that if one wishes to enter the trade, it usually reverses. So I'm not able to understand whether to consider thick Kumo as a good sign or not. The thick Kumo means that this is a stable uptrend when it's uptrending. So among these pairs on the daily chart, let's see, Euro AUD's Kumo is looking like this, and Euro JP Kumo is like this. This is also good, and USD JPY Kumo is also good. This is thick enough so it can break upwards continuously. And also AUD JPY Kumo too. This is still thick enough so it can go up. It might be supported by the Kijun Sen and goes upwards still. And also AUD CHF also, this is uptrending, and Kumo is very nice and thick uptrend, so I expect the market to go up continuously. And CAD JPY, this is also a stable, nice up Kumo here, so I can expect the market breaks the previous high too. However, let's see, if I can find a good example for the thin Kumo with angle, let's see. I don't think I can find a good example on the daily chart. So let's see, in 4-hour chart, very tiny and down or up I'm looking for, but looks like there is no good example in this particular market. Yeah, looks like everything's ranging. Let me check 1-hour chart real quick, and If I can find it, then I just move on to commodities. I'm just looking for the tiny Kumo as example of non-reliable trend, but looks like there's no charts like that. Yeah, I don't see a good example. So next time I see it, then I will mention it. But in theory, if the Kumo is long and thick like this, then this is a reliable downtrend in the long term. So it can be bounced by the Kijun Sen and the market can continue to go down this way. Okay, so let's go to commodity. I will cover gold and oil. So here the gold on the weekly chart. So here we have Kumo flat. It's getting very thin and thinner here. It's squeezing Kumo here, so this is a sign of the range. The Kijun Sen's down, but this is in the Kumo, so this is not reliable. And Chikou span below the candles, so this is bearish. So the price is now retracing backwards. So I expect the market to go down this way continuously next week. But now this is ranging, so it might become into the Kumo. And once the market goes into the Kumo in the weekly chart, then it can be in the range, so no trace. So it still might be resisted by the Senko span B and goes downwards this way too next week. And with that in mind, I look at the daily chart. I check the daily chart and now this is downtrending. We have Kumo down, Kijun Sen down. So I expect the market breaks the previous low this way. So I'm continuously looking for the sell chance next week and expect the market breaks at this 1677 level. Okay, so let's go to the next one as US oil, crude oil. On the weekly chart now I think this is retracing. Yeah, it's retracing backwards after resistance of the previous high. So now this is going down. It's range. The Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat now. So this is range and no trace. Okay, so let's move on to indexes. Okay, Kulong, thank you for joining. And Manch, thank you for joining too. Rania can cover US 10 yield. Yeah, I will cover US indexes first, and then if I have time, then I can cover some extra markets. Yep, I've covered the gold already. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Let me cover these indexes on weekly chart. So Nikkei is now ranging, the Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat line. So this is ranging. We had the doji candlestick previous week, so this is ranging too. So it can go down. In this range, it can go down to Kijun Sen, or it might break above the previous high. We never know which way it's going. So the answer is stay away from this kind of market. So let's go to Dow Jones. Dow Jones is now uptrending on the weekly chart. We have Kumo up, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. So this is bullish. It's bullish. So I can expect the market breaks continuously upwards this way. And let's see, Nasdaq. Nasdaq is now retracing and ranging. We have Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and Chikou span touching with the candles. And now we have a nice reversal confirmation. We had the previous resistances became support. So it can go up this way on this N wave. So however, the Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, so it can come backwards too. It can go downwards afterwards. So next week, if we see the candlestick breakout, then that will be a buy chance. Otherwise, no trades. So let's go to S&P 500. And this one is now uptrending. We have Kumo up, Kijun Sen up, Tenkan Sen up also, which correspond above the candles. So this is bullish confirmation. So the price can continue to go up and break the next round number of 4,000. You can break above. Okay, and let's move on to Euro stocks. The Euro stock is now uptrending too. We have Kumo up, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. But one thing is that we had the doji candlestick from the previous week. So basically in this case we have to wait for the breakout at this 3883 level and then look for buy chance afterwards, after the breakout. And let's move on to FTSE 100. It's now flat, still ranging. We had the P wave breakout, but this is still very weak breakout. Last week was bearish, and now we have Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat. So this is now ranging still. So this is in a range market, no trades. And let's go to CAC France. The CAC France is now uptrending right now. We have the Kumo up, Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles and above the Kumo. So this is uptrending. So in this condition, I expect the market to break the previous high from the week of 17th February last year. The market can break that level and we can look for buy chance afterwards. So this one is bullish on the weekly chart. And let's go to Nifty here. So the Nifty is now ranging. We have Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Tenkan Sen flat on the weekly chart. However, this is still bullish in its momentum because the price is above Tenkan, Kijun, Kumo, and Chikou span above the candles. So this is like the wedge, and it can go up like this next week. The market has been supported by the Tenkan Sen. So as long as it's supported by the Tenkan Sen, this is bullish. But once it breaks, then it can come back to the Kijun Sen. So we'll see if it happens next week. I still expect the market to go up in this case. So we'll see. Okay, let's see. What kind of music do you like to listen? Oh, I like the smooth and calm music. I like jazz and smooth jazz. Right, this type of music in the background. Okay, Iron, you're welcome, and Hydra, you're welcome too. Yeah, Nifty is right now over here. Alright, yeah, good music, thank you. Let's see, Millen says, is it possible to spot divergence using Ichimoku without any using oscillators? Yeah, you can use divergence. You can find divergence between the Senkou span AB or Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen. Yeah, I will show you some examples when I find it on these divergence of these 5 lines. KPT says, I saw your all video related tradings. It's also useful of my trading way. Oh, thank you for the words. You saw everything of mine. I think I have lots and lots of videos now. So yeah, I'm glad that you saw all the videos and still learning this way. Alright, Cyrene, thank you for joining. You're welcome. And KPD, sorry, you're welcome too. Ajay says Nifty is also supported by the current single span B. You mean on daily chart? Let's see. Yeah, Nifty daily chart is now has been supported by the single span A, and this is in a range still, so it can go down. If the market breaks the Kumo, then that will become a 三役逆転 signal. We have 転換基準 dead cross, Chikou span breakout, and then Kumo breakout. Then we might see downtrend continuously. So we'll see. Okay, so let's go to the next index, which is Hansen on the weekly chart. So Hansen on the weekly chart is now ranging because the Kijun Sen flat. So this Kumo uptrend might become fake and the market might go backwards to the Kijun Sen, so we better wait for that. Yeah, so let's see. And there's no trends. Right now we have the doji candle from the previous week, so no trends, no trades. And AU200, this is also ranging now. We have the Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, so ranging, no trades. And DAX index, this is uptrending. We have the Kumo up, Kijun Sen Tenkan Sen up, and Chikou span above the candles. So this is bullish that you can follow on the weekly basis. Just to make sure that if there is no previous high, and looks like there is none, I think this is all-time high on this DAX index. So it will be going up as long as Kumo and Kijun Sen goes up. You can keep following that direction in this case. Alright, and let's see. So that covers the whole indexes. So finally, let me remind you for the news for the next week. Let me refresh the page and check next week news here. So next week starts from March 22nd. On Monday, we don't have any big news. The only one we have is Fed's Chair Powell speech in the US. So we have to watch out on this speech. And Tuesday on the 23rd, we have this one, unemployment rate on the pound, UK. So this is important. And also another speech of BOE Governor Bailey. So this might be impacting the market on pound. And also we have another speech from Powell in the US. So pound and US we have to watch out on Tuesday. And on Wednesday we have the CPI report in pound, and also manufacturing PMI will be there in Euro, Germany, and also Euro itself. There is a PMI report, so this is important. And then we have towards the end of next Wednesday, we have a couple of other US news here. Durable goods orders can impact the market, and also non-defense capital goods orders X aircraft here. Yeah, I don't think these are impacting so much, but it's good to know to watch. And then we have another speech of Fed Chair in the US. And moving on to Thursday, early in the morning we have European Council meeting. So we have to watch out on the Euro pair on this time. And also we have a couple of Swiss franc, SNB interest rate in Swiss franc. So this is important. And then another government speech here in pound. And then a GDP report in the US. These are the news on Thursday. And moving on to Friday, we have only one news, that is the European Council meeting. So we have lots of news next week too. So every time you take trades, make sure you watch the news before and after, and make sure it's not affected by this news. You know, sometimes if there is a big outcome by the news, sometimes it can wipe out all these technical analysis, and it can spike a bit down. It can penetrate the Kumo too. So we have to watch out on these news every time we take trades. So, alright, let me come back to some comments once again. Okay, Rolled Slow says, what car would you like to buy? Okay, so that would be SUV I prefer. I think in Dubai, SUV will be the best choice. Fierce, thank you for joining. Oh, Ajay, you mean the current Senko span B ahead. So you mean this is a current Senko span B level, like this. Yeah, it's supported. But in this case, I would say that, I would say that this is supported by the Senko span A in this case. Stefan says, hi Kay, your trading strategy is great. Oh, I'm good to hear that. Good to hear that. Yeah, Milind, you're welcome too. Okay, Jamie says, on the news, do you use the filter for seeing only high impact news? Yes, I see the news that is impacting highest, but I just show all the news, because sometimes this minor news can affect the market. Sorry, can affect the market, this minor news. So that's why I show everything. But usually, the market is reacted by these highly impacted news. Okay, Jean Phillips says, do you play your trade order on TradingView, or do you use TradingView for analysis? Oh, I use TradingView for analysis. I use MT5 to take trades. Zai, thank you for joining. Good to see you. And Eddie says, are you in Dubai? Buy some Lambo. I'm not a fan of Lambo, so I don't think I will do that. I prefer smooth and nice ride. Jagdish says, most popular SUVs in Dubai is Toyota Land Cruiser. Yeah, that's the good choice. I was in the Safari tour, and that was on Toyota Land Cruiser. It's popular. Okay, so here's free talk session now. So let's see. Radoslow says, what do you like to do in free time when you're not trading? What kind of books you like to read? I like to read the books of the athletes, or these these professional players. I used to read the books of the chess player in Japan. The mindset was so interesting, so learning from me. I think I had the videos about this guy. He's called Yoshiharu Habu. He's one of the famous chess players in Japan. And I read these books about these professional players, of athletes, or any sort of the professions. And I learned from these, their attitude, their mindset, and their discipline. So I don't really read books of the tradings anymore. I don't really read books of the technical analysis. but I prefer to read other general books, but it connects to this Forex trades mindset. Yeah, because the secret is always somewhere in common. So if you think that Forex trades and athletes are very different, but there must be something in common, and I think that's the truth. And I'm always looking for these truths where there is something in common, and that's applicable to trading as well. Okay, USD INR, right, let's check that one. I will switch it to Forex and USD INR. Let's see, I choose Wanda to view that. Okay, so this is bearish, but this is range at the moment, so it can be supported at this 72.31, and it can go up afterwards to Tenkan-sen or Kijun-sen on the weekly chart. So daily chart, let's see. On the daily chart, this is also ranging the Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat. So I would wait for the sell chance at the breakout of the previous support. Otherwise, it can continuously be in the range like this. At the breakout, I will be looking for the sell chance. Otherwise, no trace. Okay, let's see. Oh, the sun's already down in Dubai. It was a beautiful sunset. Okay, so let's see. Let me cover a couple of other comments. Let's see. James, you're welcome. And Well says, for people working full-time on lower time frame, which would you advise to take trades? I would suggest you to look at the 1 hour if you're a full-time trader. I mean full-time worker, part-time trader, because that's what I did. I used to be a full-time worker and part-time trader, and I used to look at the 1 hour chart. Of course, I check the daily chart for the major direction, but I more focus on the 1 hour chart directions and take trades. So that's something you can try if you have a limited time to watch charts. Or you can learn to save time to screen the charts. Like I do, I look at the Kijun-sen and Kumo angles to screen all these pairs. It doesn't take long. It takes only like 2 minutes or 3 minutes to screen all these pairs on daily forward chart. So you can do it in the lunch time, or you can do it on the break time. Mikedomo says, forget about Lamborghini and focus in your business. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the gasoline is cheap in Dubai, so the fuel efficiency is, I think that it's not really a big issue as compared to Japan, because in Japan the gas is so expensive. It's more expensive than milk, so I think it's good to drive in Dubai. Okay, anyways, let's see. Kevin says, hello Kay, I'm new here. Can you explain me what you're looking technically and fundamental for pound dollar for week coming trade? So pound dollar right now, this is ranging. for me. So you can create various scenarios. So for example, on the daily chart on this pound USD, let's say, so this is flat Kumo, flat Kijun Sen, so you can create both up and down trends. So let's say we have the Chikou span breakout, then the market can break the Kumo down and it can be bearish to sell. That's one of the scenarios. But if the market breaks the P wave upwards, then it can go up on the N wave, and Kumo can go up, and Kijun Sen can go up like this, and then we can look for buy chance afterwards. That will be a buy scenario. But for now, I'm not sure which way it's going, so I'm not sure which one comes true. Yeah, so pound JPY is at the moment, weekly chart is trending, daily chart is flat right now. US 10-year, right, let's check that one. Let me move it to, I will just choose index and let's see, US 10-year. Let's see if we can find a good chart on this one. Okay, so weekly chart is now uptrending. Yeah, it's a nice uptrend, so it can go up to the next high, which is at 1.956 area. This is consecutive uptrending on the weekly chart. And looking at the daily chart, it's now consolidating. We have doji candlestick with the engulfing, so better wait for the breakout at this 1.754 and look for the buy chance afterwards. From the previous high here, if you can draw the focus lines in your head, this is above the focus lines, so this is uptrending now. Yeah, so looks like we have few pairs, few markets to be trending, few markets are ranging, so make sure you can differentiate in between these two. Master a skill is a goal. That's true, that's true. Okay, KPT says, which platform do you use for news impact on market? Sometimes less impact. So can you guide please where I see big news for useful or not? Oh, I use this website called fxstreet.com. You can see the name up here. You can Google it and find a website. This is so useful. This is a website that I use every day. Okay, Christopher says, do you wait for a retest or breakout before entering the market? No, I don't wait for the breakout. I enter the market before the breakout. So for example, on this one, but if I see the buying edge on lower time frames and I enter and expect a breakout, expect the market to go up like this. Alright, hello Maru-san, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. So Maru-san has been a moderator in my community, public membership live, and you can find his self-introduction here. He's one of the moderators, so if you have any questions about services, you can ask him during this live stream. Let's see, Krish, welcome. Which broker do you use for Forex? I use a couple of brokers in Japan locally and also overseas. I use a broker for overseas. I use a broker called XM Trading. And make sure that this is different from XM. XM and XM Trading is two different brokers, so make sure you pick XM Trading. it's more reliable than XM. How do you screen the chart? So basically, I only see Kijun-sen Kijun-sen Kumo angles on daily info and screen. Okay, let's see. Thought about getting hybrid car, many Teslas. Yeah, I do see many Teslas in Dubai. So hybrid cars are also good. I'm thinking to get a hybrid car too. I think that's nice. Or maybe I go for Tesla. That might be interesting too. Alright, hello Yang, thank you for joining. And Barnes, there is a B candle pattern on this chart. Oh, sorry, I think I missed that chart. So let's go to the next one. Kason, can you view the Bitcoin USD? Yeah, let's check the Bitcoin, as I know everybody is curious about the Bitcoin. So this is still holding on the P wave, but I expect the P wave to be broken upwards this way. Because Tenkan-sen above the Kijun-sen, and this is bullish Kumo, bullish Chikou span, so it can break upwards this way. And this is an all-time high, so it can go up as long as it goes. Let's see. Hello Kay, good day. If we change settings of future Kumo like doubling, will it help? You can try, but as per original setting, this is 26, so I stick to 26. But if you shift the Kumo to like 52, that will be a super long-term market momentum. Let's see. So you know how good tea tastes. Yeah, I think we have lots and lots of good tea restaurants, tea shops in Dubai, and also coffee shops. The teas are usually sweet in Dubai, but so I like the tea in Dubai is that the mint tea, the mint and lemon tea. It's very refreshing, very good. Because I don't really taste that like mint tea or lemon tea in Japan, so this is very good. I can feel that my stomach is working in Dubai because I get these spices and also these mint flavors, and also these taste very very thick here in Dubai. So sometimes I miss these light taste food. So yeah, Bitcoin, I think it's gone up right now. Breaks the P wave upwards anytime soon. I wait for Chikou span. If I wait for Chikou span to move and break through the Kumo, is that a good time to place a trade? Chikou span breakout is the momentum, so it cannot be trusted as a trading signal. You better wait for the Kumo break to take a trade. Mars says, what is your average risk and reward ratio? My risk reward ratio in average is 3 to 5. With a win rate of 30 to 40%. But I count the break even as loss, so that's why my win rate is kind of low. If I take the break even as win also, then my win rate can be like 70% or 60%. For the yen, I think it's going up after this, after the vaccines started to be out and businesses are becoming active now. The yens are actually getting it's on a trend now. I saw these JPY pairs have been retracing last Thursday and Friday. So we'll see. Hello FRB, thank you for joining. And well, yes, XM Trading is my broker. One of my brokers. And also I use Oanda too. I use Oanda Japan. Pound USD, I have covered it already, but just in case you're new here, this is ranging. Daily chart is ranging. Weekly chart, it's ranging also, so no trace. This is still bullish on the weekly chart, but as per daily chart, this is ranging, so no trace. Chikou span touching too, so it can go up or it can go down, and we don't know which way it's going at the moment. So at least you know this is a pair to avoid spending time to look at. Let's see, why did you choose to look at only these cryptos, Bitcoin, etc.? Because I don't trade Bitcoins, I don't trade cryptos, and that's why this watch list on the crypto is only for live stream explaining purposes. I don't really take trades on these. Yeah. I only take Forex trades, Forex pairs, and also gold. Yeah, KPD, you're welcome. Yeah, Model S is good. Yeah, I think Model S is good. I think I can have a new feel on that car. Yeah, the gold is now downtrending, I think. Gold is downtrending, and you can find my analysis here. If you scroll down on my TradingView account, so this is now my new account. I created this a month ago. So this is my new and official account. ForexK-official is my new account. And I post my analysis here on the TradingView. And on gold, you can find my analysis from the 15th of March. So I mentioned that this is a temporary retracement. So this is downtrending. In temporary retracement, I expect the market go down this way. This was my analysis on the 15th of March. And now the market is going up towards a trend line, if I can forward it like this. So I expect next week it will be resisted and go downwards this way. So I continuously look for the sell chance on this one. Yeah, let's see. A P wave means the a triangle. The triangle range is called P wave in Ichimoku, and that's why I say P wave. Sakib, you're welcome. Okay, G says 70 win rate is very good. I think breaking even is not losing because it's not in negative territory, Kason. Yeah, that's true. Break even is already the win. That's the correct psychology. what are the 8 pairs would you advise to forecast? So it should be major pairs. So euro, dollar. If I pick up 8 ones, then I will pick euro, dollar, and euro, pound, and pound, dollar, pound, JPY. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. So I will add a Aussie JP and perhaps Aussie dollar. I think these will be the 8 pairs that I will pick. Nikkei is ranging now, it's retracing backwards. Okay, lag and 5-minute chart correspondence piercing candles. Oh, I don't recommend you to use Ichimoku in 5 or 50-minute charts. I only use it in higher time frames. So you better look at the candlesticks or price actions on these lower time frames. It's my recommendation. Yeah, US yield ups, I'm not sure. There might be some crash, but I'm not sure. It just keeps going up, so I just follow the uptrend so far. Trading with a 2% risk, then that should be fine, even the market crashes. So make sure you have the stop loss, then it should be fine. How to know when it's going to be N, V or E wave based on time cycle? Oh, these are actually the price theories. Price targets are N, V or E or NT targets, and time cycle is different. Time cycle go along with the Kihon Suchi numbers 9, 17, 26 and so on. Yeah, Christopher, you're welcome. Okay, it looks like it's about the time to go, so I will be ending the live in about 10 minutes. Up these pairs that are marked on the red and purple by USD CAD and pound JPY, Aussie JPY, Aussie Swiss franc, and CAD JPY and pound Swiss franc. These are the ones that I watch next week closely on Monday. Okay, Marison says we'll definitely go for the all-new Audi e-tron GT over the Tesla model. Oh yeah, that one's beautiful. I think I saw the trailer, or I think I saw the preview of the e-tron, and that looks beautiful. I mean, I don't know how to drive that car. I hope I can. There is a pedal, or like these ordinary, like hand, wheels. I'm not sure. Maybe I just press a few buttons and it drives. I'm not sure. I think the way we get driver licenses might be different, might be changing over time. So in that case, if the electric cars are around, then I may stick shift, because I love driving stick shift. So that will be one thing I miss. There might be like electric stick shift, that would be interesting, but I'm not sure. I take trades, the minimum number of trades I take 10 trades per week. The P wave is a triangle range. Okay, so looks like it's about a time to go. So I will be ending the live soon. Yes, I always use a stop loss. Yes, I do. It's like a seatbelt. When you drive a car, you have the seatbelt, right? So it's like that. it protects your life in Forex or any tradings. Maybe you can go for electric daily driver and buy a classic stick shift for the weekends. That's good. That's a nice choice. I can enjoy both ways then. Yeah, I miss old Beetle. I used to drive the 1957. I think it's in the profile page. You can find it. It was a beautiful car. It was the first car ever I bought in the US because I was poor student. So I bought the shell, $200, and I bought tires, $20, and these headlights, $5 each, and engine, I think it was like $500 for the engine. Transmission, I bought it like $200, and I combined them all together, and I used to drive like that way. So there was no paint. There was no paint called primer. Before the paint, that was kind of gray, and I used to drive that car. And eventually, I painted white and blue, two-tone, nice wooden rack on the roof, and also the engine. That was beautiful. So I'm feeling driving. So anyways, I guess I will talk about it more in the second channel. So anyways, thank you for joining, everyone. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And yeah, I will see you on the next one. So yeah, please stay healthy, everyone. Stay safe and stay gold. And that means see you in Japanese. So, またね, everyone.